What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, put it on all if you're new, all that good stuff. So let's get into this. So on the undercard of Terence Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov, for me the most entertaining fight pretty much was Jared Anderson versus Martin Bakole. Now, there were a lot of people picking Jared Anderson, people that I would respect their opinion and everything. But going into this fight, I just felt Martin Bakole would sort of overwhelm Jared Anderson. I thought there were question marks over Jared Anderson's mindset, where his head was at. We saw this thing with him and Roy Jones, and he was talking about getting out of the game, talking about retiring in a few years' time and things of that nature. And for me, those things just were kind of a bad sign, because I think once you're in the game of boxing, you can't really be having these at least not saying it publicly, but these thoughts of, oh, I'm going to retire at this age. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not 100% commit. I don't think you can have those things and then be the best in boxing. I think you need to be 100% in it. So I did have a few concerns on the mental side for Jared Anderson, and not only that, his fight against Charles Martin and others, taking quite a few shots, and I thought there were defensive frailties. And for me, I just thought Martin Bakole would just overwhelm him, and pretty much that's what we saw here. For me, I thought it was going to go a bit longer. I thought it was going to be a bit later. Maybe it goes to points. Maybe Anderson toughs it out and it goes to points. But I just thought Bakole would overcome him and overwhelm him. And that's exactly what happened. From the word go, from the first round, Anderson, shaped up well in a southpaw stance, prodding and poking at Bakole, doing quite well. But you could see that Bakole was sort of unperturbed, unbothered by the shots that Jared Anderson was throwing. You could see from very early that he could take what Anderson was giving him. And then, he was just sort of picking his shots nicely. He reminded me a little bit of Big George Foreman in there, because as the rounds went on, even the end of round one, you could tell he's just biding his time, and then crack a big right uppercut goes in. He wobbles Jared Anderson, puts Jared Anderson down for the first time in his career. So you could tell Bakole, you had Anderson prodding and poking away from the southpaw stance, but you had Martin Bakole constantly stalking him, and stalking him in quite an intelligent way, where as Anderson's trying to work, you had Bakole sort of picking his shots and countering him with big power shots, big powerful uppercuts and hooks, and he threw a good jab as well, good left jab. And Martin Bakole pretty much throughout this fight was able to take everything that Anderson had and just walk through him, and he just continued to do the same process. Bakole walking forward, landing powerful shots in between. And the thing with Anderson, he just didn't really have an answer to these power shots that Martin Bakole was throwing. He didn't really. Again, it goes back to that thing with the defense. He didn't really have much of a defense at all. The head movement was lacking, and if anything, when Bakole was landing his big bombs, it was almost like Jared Anderson's moving his head into the path of the punches. So, Bakole carried on chasing Anderson down round by round, and he just pretty much beat him up, because there was even a point where he just put his hands up and he let Anderson hit him, and it felt like nothing to him. So Bakole continues to chase him down. I think it was third or fourth round, Bakole ragdolls Anderson again, puts him down. Anderson, to his credit, shows his heart, shows his guts. He gets to his feet, but you could tell he's still wobbling. He managed to get to the end of the round there. Then it goes on, more beatdown in round four, where Anderson's trying to keep Bakole off him, unable to do so, unable to move his feet quick enough or to move his head out of the way of the power shots of Bakole. And you have Bakole just, he's got so much energy, Bakole, for such a big man, and he throws lots and lots of punches. And the problem Anderson was have, they're all powerful shots. They're all big, powerful shots. And then we come to the penultimate round, the last round of the fight, round 5. And again, Bakole just comes in there. Again, that right uppercut that he'd been landing all night lands again. Down goes Anderson. Anderson sort of wobbles, gets to his feet. They give him every chance they could, but there was no way out. Once he got knocked down that fifth round, he was just completely out of it, out on his feet. The referee lets him continue. Bakole then pours it on lefts and rights all over the place, and you can see Anderson's completely gone. He slumps into the ropes. Bakole comes after him again. Referee waves off the fight. So, yeah, big win for Martin Bakole. It was one of those that I can say personally, going on previous form, I could sort of see that coming in terms of who won the fight. But I guess the Anderson team didn't realize how serious a threat Martin Bakole was. But I like to see this. I like to see the young guys stepping up and testing themselves, seeing what they're made of. And yeah, great result for Martin Bakole. He, at least now, he's in line for some big money fights. So let me know your thoughts on the fight in the comment section below. Until next time, it's MKO Pugilism over and out. Catch you next time.